ඔබගතු විසිරින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකකයේ ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය ThePapare.com සමගින් අප අද සජීවී ලෙස සම්බන්ධ වෙන්නේ BRC ක්‍රීඩාංගණයේ සිට ඒ නගරාධිපති කුසලාන මිශ්‍ර නෙට්බෝල් තරඟාවලියේ අවසන් තරඟය ඊයේ සහ අද තරඟාවලිය පැවතුණා. අද අවසන් තරඟය සඳහා කෑගල්ල කණ්ඩායම සහ ශ්‍රී ලංකා යුද හමුදා කණ්ඩායම සහභාගී වෙනවා. කෑගල්ල කණ්ඩායම ඔබගේ තීරයේ වම් පසින්, ඒ වගේම යුද හමුදා කණ්ඩායම දකුණු පසින් සිටිනවා. කෑගලු විද්‍යාලය කෑගලු කණ්ඩායම විශ්ව රණසිංහ, තරුෂි පෙරේරා, ඉෂාරා ධර්මසිරි, අශාන් චිරන්ත, සමාධි මීගල්ල, කාවින්දි සමාධි මීගල්ල, කාවින්දි රන්දිමා, අචින්ත දිසානායක, ඒ වගේම තමයි යුද හමුදා කණ්ඩායම ಭಾರತ රණතුංග, අශේනි ජයසුන්දර, මිරාෂා සිල්වා, තාරක ඩෑස්, චමරි නිලංකා, ඉෂාරා සේන්දුවන්දි, ඒ වගේම අබේරත්න අවසන් තරඟය ආරම්භ කරනවා ඇති. ආරාධිත අමුත්තන් කණ්ඩායම් දෙකම පිළිගනු ලබනවා. This is the final of the Mayor's Cup Mixed Netball Tournament 2022 organized by the Colombo Municipal Council. This is the final. We are live from the BRC grounds, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, bringing you the live coverage of this final as I'm joined in the commentary box by Estelle Vasudevan. Estelle, very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Now it should be an interesting encounter between Army and K-Gol. Both faced off in the first round of the tournament as well, with Army coming out on top. Had a good semi-final as well, and I think a bit of a surprise from K-Gol being able to overcome the unbeaten Navy side. So this should be a strong tussle between these two sides.
Yes, indeed. Few of the players have represented Sri Lanka youth as well, including Tharushi Pereira from K-Gol. And for Army, Natasha Alvihara, she will be coming off from the bench. ST, we haven't seen much mixed netball tournaments or even matches during the recent past, and I think this is the first time we are having after a very long time as well. What do you think about this concept?
Yeah, it adds a really different dimension to the game, doesn't it? With the guys coming in, most of the time they bring in some extra height and a bit of basketball type play. So it's a little different from the regular netball that we do see amongst the women. That's where I think strategically you have to kind of plan out where you want to play the guys and how you want to, tactically put together your team so that you are not at a disadvantage when it comes to man-to-man defense or, shooting and those aspects of the game.
Yes, indeed. And with the International Netball Federation looking to add netball to the Olympics as well, the inclusion of men's will be an added bonus.
Yeah, I think that's one of the major reasons why we need to kind of promote male netball in Sri Lanka as well. I know New Zealand has a male netball team of their own, a separate one. But it's not seen too much all over the world. We just have a couple of teams that compete not very regularly.
In the group stage, Army defeated United Sports Club 25-20. And they defeated the Colombo Municipal Council 31-21. And like you said, Still, Army defeated Kegol 26-19. It was a slightly closer encounter in that group stage. While Kegol defeated Colombo Municipal Council 32 points to 14. And United SC 28 points to 19. So let's see how well Kegol match up against Army. Surprising to see that Navy lost their semi-final match against Kegol. I think everybody expected a Navy Army final after the semi-final matchups were announced last evening.
Yeah, I think what was most surprising was after the round that Navy had early on in the tournament, the first 3 games, they won quite comfortably. So it was a bit of a surprise to see the Kegol team overcoming them. But this, like Navod mentioned, should be a very interesting encounter with both teams having had a close one in the first round as well. Kegol to take the first center pass to kick off this game. A defensive foul from Sri Lanka Army on that occasion. Another foul. Once again, advantage to Kegol. Nice turnover from Sri Lanka Army. That was a lovely bit of defending. Have to be very careful when passing the ball over the GK. He's very, very tall. So Kegol will have a big challenge in that area, overcoming the height difference for their goal shooter and the goalkeeper from Sri Lanka Army. Nice layup from Sri Lanka Army to kick off proceedings here. They overturned the possession by Kegol, and they should have another chance to go ahead.
Whatever Kegol has to do, I think they will need to cut off the feeding lines for Army's GS. That's Bharata Ranatunga. They're already up 2-0.
Yeah, definitely. That will be the challenge, Namod. If you have a look at the team overall, Army definitely has the height advantage, both on defense and attacking ends. Another turnover in their favor.
That goal is not counted. Called for stepping, if I'm not mistaken.
Again, that's one of the challenges, I guess, that comes with people who have not played netball. These guys, most of them coming off the basketball teams. So he goes for the layup on that occasion, but unfortunately called on stepping.
Kegol looking for their first points. They get it 2-1. Around 3.5 minutes gone.
One more for Bharata Ranatunga. That goal doesn't count. He stepped out of bounds. Another stepping offense from Sri Lanka Army. That's a nice layup from Kegol. GH Vishwa Ranasinghe. It's a nice bit of defending. Unfortunately, it's turned over again. Army go up 4. Nearly halfway through the first quarter of the game. Pretty even so far, although Army have looked to dominate. Few mistakes on their end, stepping. Lots of instructions coming from the bench for Army. They do need to take it slow, I think, with the advantage they have on in terms of height. A rare goal for the goal attack of Kegol. That's Tarushi Pereira.
Just double check the score and it's 5-4. Yeah, 5-4.
Vishwa Ranasinghe on a roll. He's really moved a lot in the allocated space for his position. He's moved well, and that has enabled the Kegol team to move the ball well as well. Now the good turnover from Kegol. They're not going to give up this game without a fight now, even though they went down to the same team early in the tournament.
Yes, indeed. After a very slow start, they've come back and they are leading by 1. And here's Vishwa Ranatunga once again. I think even their GK Achinta Disanayaka denied Bharata Ranatunga in that earlier position. (8-5) now, leading by 3. Almost another turnover, but Bharat Ranatunga gets to it and makes it 6-8.
I think Army do need a little more effort in the defensive line. Not able to turn the ball over once the ball goes towards the K-Gol attack. And Army too just blindly passing the ball, lobbing it over. Just over 2 minutes to go in this quarter, and surprisingly, K-Gol holding on to the lead. Advantage goal on that occasion. 8-10 the score stands.
K-Gol have been moving the ball really well in close quarters.
Yeah, I think one thing that's immediately visible from the K-Gol team is they've kind of worked on the footwork, especially the guys. Looks like they've kind of perfected the netball footwork. They aren't moving too much. We saw a couple of offenses going their way from Army. But hardly any issues of that sort for K-Gol so far.
Position here for Army, who will now look to tie this game as we come to the final few seconds of the first quarter. Bharat Ranatunga makes no mistake. 11-all now.
Army once again coming right back into the game with a few consecutive goals. And that's the quarter closed. 11-all. Nice bit of work from both teams. I think K-Gol was leading going into those last 2 minutes, but Army managed to pull things back.
Yes, indeed. And it was an interesting first quarter, with both teams having a history with in their group game. Army defeating K-Gol. (26-19) in their group game. Here are some of the highlights. That's Bharat Ranatunga being denied by the GK of K-Gol, Achinta Disanayaka. An interesting battle between those two, Achinta Disanayaka and Bharat Ranatunga. And it quite well proved to be a decisive battle that decide who the winner is, isn't it, Estelle?
Yes, I think on both ends it's going to be between those guys. How well Bharata Ranatunga can deal with Achinta Disanayaka and how well Jeevan Aberatna can deal with Vishwa Ranasinghe. Vishwa Ranasinghe so far has moved the ball much better. I think Bharata Ranatunga more stationary in that circle surrounding the goal. But it should come down to those defensive efforts, I believe, because we've seen a few turnovers coming from both ends as well.
Bharat Ranatunga doing more of a Tarjini Sivalingam role, isn't it? Not much movement, but taking full advantage of his height.
Yes, definitely, Navoda. And I think what's important for him is we've seen a few stepping violations from him, so he needs to minimize that. If he does so, I think his goal shooting ability, his accuracy is quite good, so he shouldn't have a problem if he keeps the ball instead of giving it away on offenses like stepping.
Yes, indeed. And we'll go into a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have the action from the second quarter. Short commercial break. We are back with the second quarter. Army to start things off. Excellent take from Bharata Ranatunga under pressure from Disanayaka. They take the lead now, Army, 12-11.
Yeah, that was a really well-weighted pass by Nirasha De Silva, WA for Sri Lanka Army.
With the sun setting, I think it'll be much more pleasant conditions for both teams. Another turnover. Kegal ended that first quarter with a couple of turnovers as well. So they need to put an end to it.
A very similar start to the beginning of the game as well. Army turning the ball over off Kegal's possession and scoring. They have an opportunity now to go 2 goals up. Another lovely lob from Ashani Jayasundara with that pass to Bharat Ranatunga. Doesn't work on that occasion, but Army retain the ball.
Army now up by 3. Just like Kegal did midway through that first quarter, and that's a mistake. Rare one by Vishwa Ranasinghe, being way too eager.
Yeah, I think with the guys trying to go for the layups, they know they need to hurry things up. If not, they will be caught out by the defender. So they're going for it quickly, and when you're rushing things, those mistakes are bound to happen. Bharata Ranatunga continues scoring prolifically. That's his 4th for this quarter. Of course, scored every one of Army's goals in the first quarter as well.
Three minutes gone in this second quarter. Kegal still haven't been able to score any in this second quarter.
Kegol managed one, but Army come right back. Bharata Ranatunga with another goal. Maintains that 4-goal gap between the sides.
Kegol's goal shooter, Vishwa Ranasinghe, looks to be someone who has played a lot of basketball, because he's quite confident with his layup, just like that.
Yeah, I think he's been very impressive so far in this game. Can't really rely on his height because his defender is taller than him. So he's had to move around a little bit more.
Another turnover. Army looking to extend this lead to 6 points. Looks like a turnover position. Kegol.
Actually, Nawad, I think Vishwa Ranasinghe looks like he's played a bit of netball as well. Has got the stepping down perfectly so far in the game. Two back-to-back turnovers on that occasion. Just rushing things a bit too much.
Once again, excellent play from Vishwa Ranasinghe. I think Estelle, if ever Sri Lanka has a mixed netball national team, he'll surely be in that team with the way he's been playing.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of talented young men who can come into the netball scene. Lots of basketball players, of course, around Sri Lanka. Little different, but I think overall the skills are basically the same. So switching over shouldn't be that hard. I think the major challenge is the stepping rule. If you've got that together, I think shouldn't be too much of a challenge coming from basketball into netball.
5-point deficit for Kegol with around 5 minutes left. Make it a 4-point deficit. They need to close things down quick.
Nice turnover from Ishara Dharmasiri. WA for Kegol, but once again ball is turned over by Sri Lanka Army. Another turnover on that occasion.
There have been a couple of occasions where Vishwa Ranasinghe was a little too eager. I think that was the position before the one he scored, and even earlier in the second quarter. Kegol needs to be clinical with how they operate, because Army now will look to extend this lead to 21-16. Here's Tharushi Pereira. Rare occasion for her, but she misses that. But it was Ranasinghe who was there to finish things off. 2017.
Yeah, K-Gol has utilized their goal attack a little bit more than Sri Lanka Army. Sri Lanka Army mostly using Asheni Jayasundara just to pass the ball to Bharat Ranatunga. But Tarushi Pereira having a little more to do for K-Gol. Both teams looking a bit frantic out in the middle now. Can understand that from K-Gol as they're coming from behind, but Army really need to slow things down a little bit. Take their time. That's poor play from Vishwarana Singha. Tried to be cheeky, but just got the ball turned over. But once again, K-Gol have the opportunity. One more from Bharat Ranatunga. Army SC restore their 3-goal lead. There you go. First half done. Army leading after even Stevens first quarter. Lead by 23 goals to 19. Brilliant performance by Bharat Ranatunga at GS for Sri Lanka Army. Vishwa Ranasinghe gave him a run for money from K-Gol, but unfortunately wasn't able to match up the scoring. Few mistakes from K-Gol cost them in the end, but still they are well within reach of the Army score. 24 minutes to go in the game. Should be fancying their chances as well to push the Sri Lanka Army right to the last minute. Few of the highlights from that quarter. Vishwa Ranasinghe very proficient with that layup at the backboard. Going for a short commercial break and be back with you. There you are, the score breakdown for the two halves, two quarters, beg your pardon. 11 all in the first one, and then 12-8, the Army taking the second quarter. Going for a commercial break and join with you the live action once the second half commences.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்தில்
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිරිතදාස
ඇඩ්මෝරටුව පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்
සුගතදාස ඉන්ඩෝර් ස්ටේඩියම්
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
කුරුණෑගල සිරි ඇතුගල් පුරවරය
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නෝරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයේ.
ෆයිනල් ෂෝඩවුන් කැන්ඩි ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ක්ලබ්
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்தில்
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිරිතදාස
ඇඩ්මෝරටුව
පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்
සුගතදාස ඉන්ඩෝර් ස්ටේඩියම්
Is the Fox Hill Supercross.
කුරුණෑගල සිරි ඇතුගල් පුරවරය
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නෝරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයේ.
ෆයිනල් ෂෝඩවුන් කැන්ඩි ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ක්ලබ්
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට
Start of the third quarter. Army leading 23-19. This will be a crucial quarter, especially for Kegol, who are down by 4. Samadhi Migalla to Tharushi Pereira. Here's Ranasinghe. He's been denied. No, there has been contact. I mean, looked like they turned over the ball, but Kegol still has possession. The ball rolls around the rim and goes in. 21-24, down by 3. Kegol.
Kegol trying to claw their way back into this game. This is also where fitness comes into the game. Already one half of the game done, but still a long way to go for the result. All eyes are on the goal shooters of each side, but a lot of work needs to be done mid-court for the ball to get to them regularly. Couple of poor passes from Sri Lanka Army's goal attack. Fortunately for her, defensive errors coming from Kegol.
Kegol have gone on a 5-2 run to start this third quarter. 25-23. Make it 24-25.
Another excellent comeback from Kegol. Not going to give up this fight so easily. Another poor pass. The lob isn't working anymore. Kegol really putting some extra pressure on the midfielders. Poor play from Kegol, giving away the ball once again. There's one criticism for Vishwa Ranasinghe. He's just tried to rush the game a bit too much, given away a couple of turnovers. Could prove crucial when it comes to the final scoreline. Once again, Kegol pulling one back. One goal away from tying things. Army really need to step up at this time. Get their possessions in and make the most of them like Bharata did on that occasion. Another unforced error. These are the things that Kegol will have to cut back on if they want to really challenge Army. Seen a number of bad mistakes in this. Bit of gamesmanship from Bharata Ranatunga on that occasion. Has really missed with the goals.
Now it's Army who have gone on a 4-0 run, and once again extended their lead to 4 points, 29-25. They've turned over position as well on that occasion. It's 30-25. Bharata Ranatunga with a slight dance as well after scoring that goal.
I think he was trying something from Steph Curry, wasn't he? The shimmy. But Kegol have really let themselves down, I think, in the last couple of minutes. Were really closing in on Army. But a couple of unforced errors from their end, and once again, advantage has been taken by Sri Lanka Army. They've gone up by 5. Just a couple of 3.5 minutes to go until the end of this quarter. Another foot fault from Sri Lanka Army. Vishwa Ranasinghe with the goal once again. Brilliant turnover from Nirasha Silva and Taruka Dias. Unfortunately, I beg your pardon, that was Asheni Jayasundara and Taruka Dias. Dias with the interception. Unfortunately, they passed it between themselves and they were too close together. But they get the chance once again, and Bharata Ranatunga makes no mistake. Footfall from Taruka Dias. Seen a lot of those from Sri Lanka Army today. Almost a perfect interception on that occasion by Ishara Sewandi. But K-Gol turn things over and score. Still 3 goals behind with just over a minute to go in this quarter. They will want to bring it closer, perhaps at least by 2 more goals. Get themselves in a better position going into that final quarter of the game. Very hard fought final so far. I think fitting for a final. Army, of course, coming into this game as overwhelming favorites to take home the title. But K-Gol have not just lain down and let them have their way. They've put up a good fight throughout the 3 quarters so far. They'll want to bring things closer. And then going into the 4th quarter, they'll have nothing to lose. Another poor pass. Couple of poor passes. Once again, the ball turned over to K-Gol. Very frantic play by both teams, and there you go. Whistle goes off for the end of the 3rd quarter. 31-29 the scoreline. Army, of course, leading. But they had it much closer in this quarter than they did in the 2nd. Two highlights from that quarter. Once again, the stars for their respective teams. As the players take a short break between the 3rd and 4th quarters. There you go, that's a score breakdown for the quarter so far. Even Stevens in the first one, 11 all. Then Army taking a massive 4-goal lead in the 2nd quarter. But K-Gol coming right back in that 3rd quarter with 10-8. Still Army lead by 2, but it should be interesting going into that final 12 minutes of the game. We'll go into a short commercial break and be back with the action as we look to who goes home with the Mayor's Cup 2022.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்திலிருந்து.
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිද්ධාශ
at Moratua.
පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்.
Sugaddas Indoor Stadium
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
Runagala City ඇතුගල් පුරවරය.
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නූරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයේ.
Final showdown Candy Sports Club.
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට.
Welcome back to the live action coming to you from the Burger grounds from Colombo. 31-29 the scoreline. Army leading going into this final 12-minute quarter, the Mayor's Cup final. Recap of what has happened so far. 11-11 the first quarter. 12-8 Army took the second quarter, and in the third quarter Kegol came right back, taking that 10-8. Now going into the final 12 minutes of the game, scoreline stands at 31-30. These teams met in the first round of the tournament, Army having the upper hand on that occasion 26-19, but they've definitely come up against a stronger Kegol team on this occasion. Vishwaranasinghe's shot blocked on that occasion by Jeevan Abhiratna, but once again a turnover. A rare goal for Tarushi Pereira. I think she's made 3 in this game so far, has made the most of the opportunities she's got. Ball has rarely come her way in that shooting circle. Just that things were equalized by Kegol. Bharata Ranatunga gets Army 1 up again. Another rare miss from Vishwaranasinghe. He's been brilliant in this game so far with his shooting. Unfortunately, wasn't able to convert on that occasion. Might have another opportunity as the ball is turned over on the other end of the court. Lots of instructions coming off the Army bench. Most of it surrounding the fact that Army should not rush things. And they're absolutely right. Bharata Ranatunga extends his scoring spree. Has scored every one of Army's 33 goals so far in this game. In fact, I don't think Asheni Jasundara even got the opportunity to shoot one, but has passed the ball very well to Bharata. Once again, another good pass, this time from Nirasha Silva. Bharata makes the most of it. All 4 quarters have progressed in a similar fashion, with Army SC taking on that early momentum, getting ahead. Ashan Chiranta of Kegol has done a lot of work in that mid-court area, has had to work the ball a lot. Another miss from Vishwaranasinghe. Another opportunity for Army to extend their lead. The offensive error coming from Kegol's GK Achinta Disanayaka. He's done so well so far. Does have a distinct disadvantage in terms of height when put up against Bharata Ranatunga. Fantastic phase of play for Army Sports Club. 36-31 now. They've extended their lead to 5 goals. It's going to be tough coming back from this for K-Gol. But they did something similar in that third quarter as well, so they will have hope. But they will need Vishwa Ranasinghe to keep making those shots. Hasn't missed too many, but has had a couple of misses in this quarter so far. Recap of what has happened in this tournament so far. Mayor's Cup organized by the Colombo Municipal Council. 8 teams participated. The event was held for 2 days. 4 teams participating in 2 groups. Army SC and Navy SC dominated the first group stage of the tournament, both going unbeaten in the group stage. K-Gol, of course, in the same group as Army, managed to defeat Navy SC in the semi-final, and here we are. They found their accuracy with the passing once again. Another shimmy from Bharata Ranatunga. Not of the same stature as Steph Curry, but definitely he's got the moves. Four and a half minutes left in this game, and looks like Army have got this in the bag. 7 goal difference so far, 40-33. They've really stepped on the gas in this fourth quarter. Feels like K-Gol really have run out of steam in this last quarter of the game. Not easy keeping up with the pace of this sport. Netball, of course, a pretty fast-paced sport. Lots of turnovers coming as the players begin to tire. I'm sure after 2 days of continuous action, legs must be feeling pretty sore. Army SC's GK Jeevan Abhiratna has really stepped into the game in this quarter, has made a couple of crucial turnovers for the Army side. That has enabled them to take the lead further and further away from K-Gol. Achinta Disanayaka also doing a good job. Hasn't really been able to counter Bharata Ranatunga's height, but has put him under a bit of pressure, and that's produced the errors. Unfortunately, not good enough so far for K-Gol. Vishwarana Singha, another goal to his name. His 33rd of this match. 3 goals going to his partner Tarushi Pereira at goal attack. Just 1 minute left to go. So with a 4-goal deficit, looks out of Kegol's reach. Let's see what they can do in this final minute of play. Another lovely bit of defending, but unfortunately contact called on GK Jeevan Aberatna. A turnover conceded on that occasion by Ishara Dansiri. And that looks like the game if Army score. There you go, 41-37. 15 seconds left in the match. Looks like Sri Lanka Army going to take this away. There you go, Army Sports Club taking away the title with a brilliant performance in that 4th quarter. Came under a bit of pressure coming into that final 12 minutes of play, but really stepped on the gas, put their fitness to good use, I believe, and came out on top in the end. Good fight from Kegol, but unfortunately unable to keep up with Army. Still, very close game from both sides. Jubilant scenes from the Army camp. They've got a lot of supporters here as well. As the teams line up to congratulate each other. There you go, the final scoreline. 41-37, Army win. 11-11 in the first quarter, very even on that occasion. The Army took a big lead in that second quarter, and I think that proved to be the difference, because no matter how much Kegol pushed in the next 2 quarters, they were just unable to keep up. End up losing by 4 goals. Closer than the scoreline suggests, I would say. Kegol walks off disappointed, but should be happy with their performance. We will go have a look at the highlights from that quarter. Some beautiful lob passes to Bharata Ranatunga from the Army midfield. He did all the scoring for Army on that occasion, 41 goals to his name. .34 from Vishwarana Singha was as good. Unfortunately, just the other parts of the Kegol team didn't fall together, made a lot of unforced errors in the 4th quarter, and it cost them in the end. As preparations are made for the final ceremony to be held here, we'll take a short break and be back with the award ceremony.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்தில்
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිරිත දාස
at Moratua.
ඊයගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்
Sugadadasa Indoor Stadium
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
Kurunagala City ඇතුගල් පුරවරය
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නූරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයේ.
final showdown Candy Sports Club.
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்திலிருந்து.
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිද්ධාස
at Moratua.
පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்.
Sugadadasa Indoor Stadium.
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
Trunagala City ඇතුගල් පුරවරය
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නූරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයට.
final showdown Candy Sports Club.
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்திலிருந்து.
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිද්ධාස
at Moratua.
පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்.
Sugadadasa Indoor Stadium.
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
Trunagala City ඇතුගල් පුරවරය
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නූරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයට.
final showdown Candy Sports Club.
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்திலிருந்து.
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිට ප්‍රදාශ
at Moratua.
පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்.
සුගතදාස ඉන්ඩෝර් ස්ටේඩියම්
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
Kurunagala City ඇතුගල් පුරවරය.
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නුවරඑළිය ප්‍රදේශයේ.
Final showdown Candy Sports Club.
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்திலிருந்து.
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිට ප්‍රදාශ
at Moratua.
පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்.
සුගතදාස ඉන්ඩෝර් ස්ටේඩියම්
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
Kurunagala City ඇතුගල් පුරවරය.
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නුවරඑළිය ප්‍රදේශයේ.
Final showdown Candy Sports Club.
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்திலிருந்து.
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිරිපදාස
at Moratuwa.
පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்.
සුගතදාස ඉන්ඩෝර් ස්ටේඩියම්
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
Runagala City ඇතුගල් පුරවරය.
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නූරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයට.
Final showdown Candy Sports Club.
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට.
The dignitaries await as awards are to be presented at this Mayor's Cup 2022. Sri Lanka Army coming off as champions after a tense final against Kegol. Scores read 41-37. Now the award ceremony with each of the 8 teams that participated to be given awards.
Sri Lanka Netball සංගමේ සභාපති ඔලිලා ගමගේ මැතිණියට ඒ වගේම Netball සංගමේ ලේකම් කුමුදිනී ගෝමස් මැතිණියට ඒ වගේම රත්නපුර කණ්ඩායම සඳහා සාතිකපත් ලබා දීමට මම ගෞරවයෙන් යුතු ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා ශාලිකා රණවීර අපේ හිටපු ක්‍රීඩා අධ්‍යක්ෂිකාවට වර්තමානයේ කෝට්ටේ නගර සභාවේ නාගරික කොමසාරිස් දැල්පන්දුලේ කම්තුමිය යමුනා සඳමාලි මහත්මියට අපි ආරාධනා කරනවා ප්‍රධාන පීඨිකාවට සහභාගී වෙන්න. රත්නපුර දිස්ත්‍රික් කණ්ඩායම मैं स्टूडियोंट वेनो हिटपु अध्यक्षिका ශාලිකා රණවීර මැතිණියට ඒ වගේම කොළඹ මහනගර සභා කණ්ඩායමේ සහභාගීත්ව වෙනුවෙන් සාතිකපත් ප්‍රදානය සඳහා ලේකම්තුමා වන TMSA නිරෝෂන් මැතිතුමාට හිටපු අධ්‍යක්ෂක මාසංක දීනගේ මැතිතුමාට අපි ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා. වර්තමාන සහකාර ලේකම් ජාතික ලේකම් කාර්යාලය. මේ අධ්‍යක්ෂිකා සායමුනා සරමාලි මහත්මිය අවස්ථාවේ සිටිනවා. කොළඹ මහනගර සභා කණ්ඩායමට ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා මේ මාස්ටර්ට ඒ සාතිකපත් ලබා දීම වෙනුවෙන්. මේ සුද්ධිවන්ත වෙනවා මාශංක දිනගේ මැතිතුමාට ඒ වගේම ලේකම්තුමාට අපි අප සමග සම්බන්ධ වීම සම්බන්ධයි. මේ අනතුරුව දෙවන ස්ථානයේ සඳහා සාධක පක්ෂාලෝකන පදකම් ලබා දීම වෙනුවෙන් ශ්‍රී ලංකා නෙට්බෝල් සංගමේ සභාපති රංජිනී ජයකොඩි මැතිණියට අපි ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා. දෙවන ස්ථානය ශ්‍රී ලංකා නාවික හමුදාව KAS රත්නායක HMCP බණ්ඩාර RAN රන්ජිනී KD විමර්ශන ITD විරංග රත්න SBR සිල්වා GGRA දිනකරත්න UWGRAM රාජකරුණා WPS ගුණරත්න ENP රිසල්සා MIN පෙරේරා HLNS පෙරේරා සුද්ධිවන්ත වෙනවා සමග අප සමග සම්බන්ධයෙන් අනුශීලතාවයේ සඳහා සාධික බක්ෂා විධි පදක්කම් ලබා දීම සඳහා අපගේ ගෞරවනීය ආරාධනය ආසියානු නෙට්බෝල් සංගමේ උපසභාපති වික්ටෝරියා ලක්ෂ්මී මහත්මිය යමුනා සඳමාලි මහත්මියට ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා අයව වේදිකාව එකට පියමන් කිරීම සඳහා. ක්‍රීඩා අධ්‍යක්ෂිකාව සමග එම ස්ථානට අනුශීලතාවය කෑගලු විද්‍යාලයේ කණ්ඩායම TUA ශ්‍රීලංක කණ්ඩායම නායක CMCD ධනසිංහ SKP අලෝචිය WDS බණ්ඩාර SPK සිල්වා MFD Fernando PKR Pereira ATN Pereira AHI Dharmatiri SPK Nidal JMX Nishanka HA Ajita Disanayaka මේ සුද්ධිවන්ත වෙන ඔබතුමීට අපත් සමග සම්බන්ධ වීම සම්බන්ධයි. සූරතාවයේ සඳහා උසාවිය පත්තා පදකම් ලබා දීම වෙනුවෙන් කොළඹ මහනගර සභාවේ නාගරික කොමසාරිස්තුමිය සම්බන්ධ ඊපිච්ච රෝෂිනී දිසානන්ද මැතිණියනි ඔබතුමීට ගෞරවනීය ආරාධනා කර දෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ඒ අධ්‍යක්ෂිකා තුමිය ඒ වගේම නෙට්බෝල් ලේකම්තුමිය ඔබතුමීව කැඳවාගෙන කණ්ඩායම අටක් අභිභවමි. කණ්ඩායම අටකින් කණ්ඩායම හතක් අභිභවමි. ශූරතාවය දිනා ගන්න ලබන්නේ කොළඹ නගරාධිපති ශූරතාවය දිනා ගන්න ලබන්නේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා යුද හමුදා කණ්ඩායම. WBWM RPN අනුයාර RADI සෙවුවන්දි AJK අබේරත්න එන්නේ සරුදු අසංක WKM අල්විස් NDT දයස් DDS ප්‍රාන්තෝකර නීතිඥ රෝෂිනි දිසානායක මැතිණියට. දෙවන ස්ථානය සඳහා වූ මුදල් මැදයාගේ සහ කුසලානය ලබා දීම. ඒ වෙනුවෙන් මේ අවස්ථාවේදී අපි ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා නියෝජ්‍ය නගරාධිපති තැන්පත් අල්ලාජෙන් ටීඑම් ඉබ්බාන් මැතිතුමාට. මේ අවස්ථාවේදී එම කුසලානය ලබා දුන් ජෙට් හෝල්ඩින් සම් ආයතනයේ නියෝජනය කරන මැතිතුමාට අපි ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා. එවැනි මුදල් ත්‍යාගය ලබා දුන් ක්‍රීඩා නිලධාරී අධිශය නිලධාරී සමන් හේවා විතාන මැතිතුමාට එම ස්ථානයට සම්බන්ධ වෙන කියලා අපි ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා. කණ්ඩායම් නායක දෙවන ස්ථානය මුදල රුපියල් 30000ක මුදල ලබා ගන්නු ලබනුයේ සහ කුසලානය මේ අවස්ථාවේදී ශ්‍රී ලංකා නාවිකා මුදල් කණ්ඩායම් නායිකාව හෝ නායකයා ලබා ගන්නවා ඇති. මේ අවස්ථාවේ අපේ ගෞරවනීය ආරාධනය අනුශීලතාවයේ සඳහා සහ අනුකූල කුසලාන මුදල් ත්‍යාග ලබා දීම වෙනුවෙන් කොළඹ මහනගර සභාවේ ගරු නගරාධිපතිතුමිය වන රෝසි සේනානායක මැතිණියට අප සම්බන්ධ වෙන වෙයි. ජනතා සංගමයේ මහත්මයාට ඒ වගේම අධ්‍යක්ෂිකාතුමිය අපේ නගරාධිපතිතුමිය ප්‍රධාන වේදිකාවට කඩවන්න යනවා. අනුශීලතාවය මුදලින් රුපියල් 5000ක් සහ එම කුසලානය ලබා ගැනීම සඳහා අපේ ගෞරවනීය ආරාධනය අනුග්‍රහකත්වයේ දරන chance ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ආයතනයේ එම නියෝජ්‍ය මහතාට අපි ආරාධනා කරනවා එම ස්ථානට සහභාගී වෙන්න. ඒ වගේම කුසලාන සඳහා ජෙට් හෝල්ඩින් ආයතනයේ ඒ මහතාට අපි ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා. මුදල් ත්‍යාගයේ රුපියල් 50000ක මුදල chance ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ආයතනයේ මගින් අනුග්‍රහණය දක්වනවා. ඒ වගේම ජෙට් හෝල්ඩින් ආයතනයේ සුරතාවය ලබා දී තිබෙනවා. ගෞරවනීය ආරාධනය කැබල් විද්‍යාලය කණ්ඩායමේ නායකා බෝ නායකයන්ට එම අවස්ථාවට සහසම්බන්ධ වෙනවා. ඊළඟට සූරතාව සඳහා වූ රුපියල් ලක්ෂක මුදල සිංහ ශ්‍රී ලංකා ආයතනය තුනම ලබනවා. ගෞරවණ ආරාධනා කරනවා සිංහ ශ්‍රී ලංකා ආයතනයේ නියෝජිත මහතාට ඒ වගේම කුසලාන ලබා දුන් ජෙට් හෝල්ඩින් ආයතනයේ නිලධාරීන්ට සහභාගී වෙමින් ගරු නගරාධිපතිතුමිය අතින් නගරාධිපති කුසලානය මෙවර දිනාගම් ලබනුයේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා යුදා උදා කණ්ඩායම. මුදල් ත්‍යාගය මේ අවස්ථාවේදී ප්‍රධාන
There you go, the victorious Army Sports Club team with the trophy for the Mayor's Cup Mixed Netball Tournament 2022. And with that, we wrap up from the BRC grounds in Colombo. This is Estelle Vasudevan signing off for ThePapare.com, sharing the passion.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Catch me howling at the moon.